watch the way you looked at the horizon, like there was somewhere else you'd rather be. I tried to build a world you'd find your prize in, but you were always looking past the sea. I made myself a map of your intentions. I learned the quiet language of your sight. I paid attention to small dimensions, the things you couldn't say with open eyes. I gave you every sunset I could gather. I stood between the lightning and your heart, but looking back it didn't even matter. We were ending right before the start. I loved you more than the words could ever carry, more than the ghosts I had to bury. I loved you more than the oxygen I drew. I made a religion out of believing in you, and it's nobody's fault, it's just a heavy truth. I loved you more than you ever knew how to do. You gave me what you had, I won't deny it. A steady hand, a place to rest my head. But there's a certain kind of hollow quiet when the fire's high but the spirit's underfed. I was a wildfire, you were just a spark. I was the morning, you were fond of the dark. I loved you more than the words could ever carry, more than the ghosts I had to bury. I loved you more than the oxygen I drew. I made a religion out of believing in you, and it's nobody's fault, it's just a heavy truth. I loved you more than you ever knew how to do, and I don't regret the weight of the devotion, or the way I dove head first into the ocean. But I'm learning now to take that love back home, to realize I'm a kingdom on my own. Yeah, I'm taking it back. Because I loved you more than the words could ever carry, more than the ghosts I had to bury. I loved you more than the oxygen I drew. I made a religion out of believing in you, and it's nobody's fault, it's just a heavy truth. I loved you more, God, I loved you more. More than the stars, more than the scars, I loved you more. I loved you more. used to laugh over nothing at all, like silence didn't scare us yet. Every dream felt closer back then, before we learned to hold our breath. You'd say my name like it was music. I hear it even when you were gone. Love filled every empty corner when the world felt wide and strong. We didn't measure every feeling or wonder where it all would lead. We just let our hearts be open, and that was all we needed. Love was louder then, when your touch said everything, when your eyes spoke louder than the words we couldn't say. Love was louder then, before doubts learned how to speak, when I didn't have to listen for the sound of you leaving me. We talked like time was endless, like nothing could fall apart. Now every word feels careful, like it might break your heart. Your arms don't feel like home anymore. They hesitate, they wait. I still reach for what we used to be, but it's already too late. We started hearing silence louder than the love we tried to save. Every pause became a question, every step a different way. Love was louder then, when staying felt so clear, when I never had to wonder if you wanted me here. Love was louder then, before distance found our names, when love was all we heard, and not the quiet of the change. Maybe love doesn't disappear, it just learns how to fade, like an echo in a hallway. Long after words are said, I still carry all the moments when your heart spoke over fear, back when love was louder and you were still here. Love was louder then, and I still hear the sound in the way I say your name, when no one's around. Love was louder then, but even echoes end. Still I'm grateful for the days when love was louder then. If love ever speaks again, I'll listen the same way, with a heart that still remembers how loud it used to say your name. I made your world my only play, put your needs before my name. I read your moves like they were law, ignored the cracks, ignored the flaws. I thought love meant losing me, to keep you close, to make you see I loved you too much, more than I loved myself. I carried all the weight for us until there was nothing left. I stayed when I should have walked away. I gave you all my trust. I loved you too much. I waited through your quiet days, called your distance just a phase. I turned my pain into a smile just to keep you for a while. I blamed my heart for wanting more, when love should never beg or crawl. I loved you too much. I let you cross my lines. I called it patience, called it hope, while losing pieces of my mind. You took what I gave so easily, and I gave it without a touch. I loved you too much. Became my pain. I stayed for the memory of you, not the way you would change. Now I'm choosing to heal, to trust the parts of me you crushed. I loved you too much. So if my voice still shakes a bit, it's from loving you like this. I'll learn to love myself again. I just loved you too much. I loved you too much. I knew the risk before I fell. Every sign rang like a bell, but I called danger something sweet, just to keep you close to me. I felt my boundaries slip away every time you asked me to stay. I crossed my lines with open eyes, called it love, ignored the price. My heart kept whispering, slow down, but I turned the volume down. I chose the fire over air, I chose you, even scared. I loved you more than safe, more than steady ground. I stood in storms with bare feet when I could have turned around. I loved you more than safe, more than I love myself. I risked my peace for maybe, and I lost me in the end. I learned to carry all your weight, pretended strength would make you stay. I softened truth, I swallowed pain, so you'd never feel the strain. I mistook tension for a spark, confused the dark for depth of heart. I stayed where comfort couldn't breathe, just to keep you next to me. I thought love meant being brave, even when it wasn't fair. I didn't know that staying strong could still be self-erasure. I loved you more than safe, in steady ground. I stood in storms with bare feet when I could have turned around. I loved you more than safe, more than I loved myself. I risked my peace for maybe, and I lost me in the end. Maybe love shouldn't feel like war. Maybe safe doesn't mean boring anymore. Maybe peace is how it starts, not fear wrapped in a heart. I don't regret how deep I felt. I regret how I left myself. If I loved you more than safe, but I know better now. Love shouldn't teach you how to drown or ask you to break your vows. I'll choose a love that feels like home, not something I survive. I loved you more than safe. Next time I'll choose my life. I'll choose my life. I didn't run, I didn't scream. I just packed my heart away. I closed the door without a scene and finally chose to stay. The streets felt wider than before. The air felt easier to breathe. I didn't know how heavy love was till I felt the weight leave. I thought I'd fall apart somehow, but I stood there all the same. There's a calm after leaving, like the storm has passed me by. No more bracing for the silence, no more asking why. I still carry pieces of us, but they don't pull me down. There's a calm after leaving, and I feel it now. I used to measure every word, afraid of how you'd react. Now I speak my truth out loud, and I don't take it back. The nights don't scare me like they did. They don't ask me to explain. I light a candle, sit with myself, and let it all unwind. I didn't lose who I was, I just found her again. There's a calm after leaving in the quiet of my chest. I'm not fixing what was broken, I'm just letting it rest. I don't hate you, I don't ache the same, I don't reach for the sound. There's a calm after leaving, and I'm safe in it now. Maybe love wasn't meant to stay, maybe it was meant to teach. Sometimes walking away is how you finally reach peace. I forgive the girl who stayed too long. She was doing her best. There's a calm after leaving, like morning after rain. I still feel everything deeply, just without the pain. I'm not closing my heart to love, I'm just choosing how. There's a calm after leaving, and I trust it now. So I breathe in the open space, let the quiet did my hair and I put on the high-waist jeans, the ones that make me look like I'm living out my dreams. I went to the party and I stayed for an hour or two. I didn't even mention a single thing about you. I'm laughing at the right times, I'm holding my glass, watching the shadows of my old life pass. If you saw me in the street, you'd think I won the war. Like I'm not the same girl, shivering on the floor. It's a 2020 kind of performance art, painting a smile over a flickering heart. I'm a master of the fine, I'm a queen of the gray, while I'm drowning in a feeling that I can't quite translate. I'm okay, but I'm not. If you look in my eyes, you can see the high definition column of my lies. I'm moving, I'm breathing, I'm checking the boxes, but I'm still a girl who's chasing the foxes. The sun is out and the world is so bright, but I'm just a wreck waiting for the night. I'm okay, on the outside I'm playing the part, but I'm not, no I'm not in my heart. I deleted the photos, but I kept them in the recently deleted, just in case the healing gets a little bit defeated. I tell everyone I'm thriving, I'm finding my peace, waiting for the pressure in my chest to finally release. But then I see a red car, or I hear that one song, and the I'm doing better feels entirely wrong. It's a long distance race and I'm losing my breath, pretending the silence isn't a quiet kind of death. I'm okay, but I'm not. If you look in my eyes, you can see the high definition of all of my lies. I'm moving, I'm breathing, I'm checking the boxes, but I'm still a girl who's chasing the foxes. The sun is out and the world is so bright, but I'm just a wreck waiting for the night. I'm okay, on the outside I'm playing the part, but I'm not, no I'm not in my heart. I'm not in my heart. I'm tired of the mask, I'm tired of the play, I'm tired of surviving every Saturday. I wanna be messy, I wanna be real, instead of just managing the way that I feel. I'm not okay. Is that okay? Hey, is that okay? Yeah, I'm okay, but I'm not. If you look in my eyes, you can see the high definition of all of my lies. I'm moving, I'm breathing, I'm checking the boxes, but I'm still a girl who's chasing the foxes. I'm okay, but I'm not today. Maybe in 2020, I'm not okay. I'm picking up the pieces of a life I used to recognize before I saw the world through the reflection in your eyes. I thought that being loyal meant I had to disappear, to trade my every hope away for every single fear. I wore your heavy silence like a velvet lined shroud, trying to be the whisper that will never get too loud. They say that love's a healer, that it makes you feel alive, but I was just a soldier trying barely to survive. I gave you all my color till my edges turned to gray, and I watched my own reflection slowly start to drift away. 'Cause loving you hurt me in ways I couldn't see. It felt like a cage that was promised to be free. see if I am really there. Searching for a version of myself you didn't tear. You had a way of leaning till I started to cave in, until the yes was everything and I was paper thin. I used to think the fire was a sign of something deep, but it was just the fuel for all the promises you would keep. Because loving you hurt me in ways I couldn't see. It felt like a cage that was promised to be free. I was holding on to lightning, thinking it was light, while you were just a shadow in the middle of my night. It wasn't just a breakup, it was losing who I was. Loving you hurt me, and it did it just because. And I'm not saying you're a villain or you meant to break the bone, but you don't know how to love a soul without making it your own. I'm breathing out the poison, I'm walking through the flame. I'm taking back the parts of me that don't belong to your name. Yeah, loving you hurt me in ways I couldn't see. It was a beautiful prison that was never meant for me. I was holding on to lightning, thinking it was light, but I'm stepping out of the shadow of your night. It was more than just a heartache, it was losing who I was. Loving you hurt me. It hurt me, but I'm healing now. I'm finding my way back. Back. We didn't count the days or minutes, didn't read between the lines. Love was just a feeling, and it felt like mine. You held my hand like it was certain, like nothing could go wrong. We talked about the future without asking how long. I didn't know how fragile moments are when you don't name the fear. I didn't know love could change just by being here. I miss when love was simple, when hearts didn't overthink, when every smile meant something and every touch was instinct. I miss when love was simple, before the doubts came in, when loving you felt easy. And I like trying to win. We laughed at things that don't matter, stayed up way too late. Every dream felt closer before we learned to hesitate. You used to say my name so softly, like it belonged to you. Now every word feels careful, like we're afraid of the truth. We started asking quiet questions instead of feeling free. Love turned into a puzzle we couldn't agree. I miss when love was simple, when staying felt like home, when I never had to wonder if I was alone. I miss when love was simple, was just a feeling, and we were already there. Maybe love was never simple. Maybe we just were too young to know how quickly two hearts can blur. I don't regret the innocence or the way we believed. Some loves are meant to teach us before they leave. I miss when love was simple, but I'm grateful that it was. Even if it didn't last, it still taught me how to love. I miss when love was simple, and if it finds me again, I'll hold it gently, like I did back then. If love ever feels too heavy, I remember who we were back when love was simple, and everything felt sure. I still remember the weight of your jacket on my shoulders when nights turned cold. You didn't say much, you didn't have to. Your arms said everything I needed to know. The world felt smaller when you were near me, like nothing else could get inside. I used to rest my head on your heartbeat and believe that's where I'd always lie. You held me like I was something fragile, like losing me would hurt you too. I never knew that kind of safety could quietly slip through. I miss the way you once held me, like time would wait if we asked it to. Like letting go was never an option, like love was something we couldn't lose. I miss the way you once held me before your arms learned how to leave. Back when your touch was all I needed, back when you still believed in me. Now your hands feel careful and distant, like they don't know where they belong. You stand so close, but I feel farther, like something right quietly went wrong. I replay the nights you pulled me closer, when I felt like I was falling apart. You used to hold my fears in your silence. Now you don't reach for my heart. I never asked you to save me, I just wanted you to stay. But love doesn't always keep its shape or choose the same way. I miss the way you once held me, when your arms felt like a home, when I didn't question every second or feel so alone. I miss the way you once held me, when love was still in your eyes, before the warmth in your embrace learned how to say goodbye. If love lives in the small things, in the way someone stays, then maybe we lost it slowly in the quiet space between days. I don't blame you for changing, or myself for believing then. I just miss the girl I was when you held me like that again. I miss the way you once held me, and I carry it with me still, not as pain, but as a memory of something real. I miss once held me. You warm me with your distant eyes, with half-made promises and quiet goodbyes. You never said you'd stay for long, but I still hoped I was wrong. You loved me in between your fears, in borrowed time and fragile years. I felt the cracks beneath your skin, still let my heart fall in. I knew the truth, I felt the weight, but love doesn't always hesitate. I loved you anyway, when you couldn't love me back. I stayed through every maybe, every almost, every crack. I knew I'd end up breaking, still I chose to stay. I saw the storm inside you, and I loved you anyway. I learned the sound of your silence, the way you pulled away for balance. I shrank myself to fit your space, afraid you'd run if I asked you to stay. I gave you peace, you gave me doubt. I poured my heart, you held it out. I kept believing love was enough, even when it wasn't love. I read the signs, I felt the truth, but my heart didn't listen, approve. I loved you anyway, when you were halfway gone. I waited in your shadows, held the light till dawn. I knew you'd never choose me, still I let you stay. I watched myself disappear, and loved you anyway. Maybe loving you was my mistake, or maybe it was mine to make. I don't regret the way I tried, even if it cost my pride. I loved you pure, I loved you deep, even when you couldn't keep me. I loved you anyway, when you chose the easy road. I carried all the blame, all the weight you never owned. I knew I'd end up hurting, still I couldn't walk away. I loved you when it ruined me, I loved you anyway. Now I'm learning how to love myself the way I loved you anyway. I learned how to smile through the silence, say I'm fine when I wasn't okay. I carried the weight of your distance, like it was something I earned to take. I never raised my voice or cried out loud. I just let the hurt stay inside me. I held the pain quietly, so you wouldn't see how loving you was breaking me. I swallowed every ache, every word I couldn't say. I held the pain quietly and lost myself that way. I stayed calm when my heart was shaking. I stayed soft when I needed space. I kept believing you'd come back to me if I just learned how to wait. I asked for less than I deserved, just to keep you from leaving. I held the pain quietly in the dark on my own. I turned my tears into patience, so you'll never feel alone. I hid every crack in me so you could stay happy. I held the pain quietly. Maybe love isn't meant to hurt this deep, or cost you every part of peace. I gave you comfort, I gave you time, while my heart slowly lost its light. I don't know when I disappeared, I just know I was always here. I held the pain quietly, but I hear it now. Love shouldn't ask you to disappear or teach you